everybody. We back at it again. This is episode 6 of I'm Just Saying. And this was a People's Choice topic on Facebook. We had a poll, and this topic won the polls for our viewers. So we hear you guys, and we're going to acknowledge it. And our topic today is why sex is important in a relationship. So that was one of the viewer choice topics for today. Leave comments, let us know what you think. In the meantime, I'll let Slimmy go ahead and open that topic up for us today.
Well, I'll be delighted to tell you. I feel like sex is a major part of a relationship because, you know, at the end of the day, if you're not being satisfied, you know what I mean, it's like sexually, you know what I mean, you can have everything can be going good, and then if somebody's sexually frustrated, it's like it's hell in their household. They'll be mad about anything if they sexually frustrated. That's how I feel, and it can break up a household if you sexually frustrated. So what you feel about this?
I think that in a relationship that has a level of commitment and a level of dedication that is, you know, I would say in my point of view, ordained by God, that it's an important aspect of a relationship because it does connect two individuals, it bonds the two individuals, and it's deeper than just physical. A lot of people look at it like, oh, it's just a physical act, it doesn't mean anything, you know, but it's very spiritually connected. So basically, I just feel like, you know, if there's some insecurities in a relationship, if there's some commitment issues in a relationship, that should not be an aspect that should be introduced into that atmosphere. But it's totally up to the two individuals in that situation to kind of decide what.
What that mean though? Hold on, what that mean?
Well, I mean, I feel like if it's not, in an atmosphere where you're not secure, you know, if you're not secure in your partner and knowing that they're committed, if you're not secure in knowing that they are not cheating or they're not entertaining other individuals or they got side chicks and side dudes or whatever, I don't feel like it's good to mingle with that individual if you're not secure in that relationship. So there has to be a level of trust and dedication there for you to be intimate. I mean, I know some people, they can still have a vibe that they're not the only one in that relationship, or it's, you know, they're just one of many and they're okay with being intimate with that person, but I'm only speaking from my perspective.
I understand that.
From my perspective, so.
You know, I don't know. It's like females, they more, you know, y'all are more, you know, emotional. You know what I mean? Like, you know, everything, like, you want to set the tone and everything. And men are more like, you know what I'm saying, we in it to win it. Like, if we not inside of our female, it's like we came out of a female. And it's like, ever since we jumped out, and we was old enough to know what it was, we tried to jump right back in. You know what I mean? For real. So therefore, we came from a woman, and now we have one, and so therefore we love to be inside our female. And if our female deny us of being inside of her, we don't like it. You know what I mean?
Of course. And now I guess we'll lead to another, you know, aspect of this conversation. Do y'all think it's right for females or males to withhold having sex with their partner if they're mad, if they're upset, if there's a disagreement? You know, do you think it's fair for somebody to say, well, I'm not giving you anything, I'm keeping it on clean?
No, that's like committing treason against your for real. It's like, if you do that, it's like you pretty much saying, like, I don't know, it's like you dumped me and then dumped me. That's how I look at it. Like, you pretty much saying, I'm not with you no more, but I'm still gonna, I will be with you, but I'm not gonna be with you. And I'm like, no, we don't sign up for stuff like that. No. You know what I mean? So it's like, right. It make you angry. You know what I mean? So therefore, when you get angry, you act stupid. You know what I mean? And then men, I'm gonna say, no, females act stupid too, because I done heard females saying like, he didn't want to do it. I'm like, he didn't what? you was blessed from the heavens above to even be a female that's saying, I want it. But you know, sometimes like when you hear a female say that they want it from a man, you be like, what's wrong with them? You know what I mean? Like, but at the end of the day, he's one of those, you know what I mean, that don't appreciate that he got it made. You know what I mean? That's how I look at it. Look at that.
All I'm saying is, in order for me, and I only can speak for the committed females out there, you know, for me it has to be a level of dedication and commitment in order for me to feel comfortable enough to engage, you know, myself with someone. There has to be some kind of connection or some kind of bond, something that makes me feel like, okay, it's okay for me to be open with this individual. And it has, again, it goes back to a level of security in your relationship and a level of trust that has to, you know, both of those play two key important roles in any across the board. But for this particular topic, I just feel like there's got to be a level of commitment and security.
And I understand that, but if you stay with me every day, then we already committed. So therefore, if we already committed, we stand together every day. You can be mad at me. I ain't gonna say like I expect my female, if I done did something wrong, to want to be to submit and want to give me something that she feel like I don't deserve right now. But okay, but when you get 1 day, 2 day, 3 day, 4 day, not 5 days, I'm going crazy. Before 5 days, I done went crazy. So it's like, I don't understand. It's like you have to come to some kind of agreement. Like, I feel like us as men, we gotta figure out, and I'm gonna just say for me, we gotta figure out like what you did wrong and how mad she is at this time. But we just be like, nah, man, we don't do that. You know, we don't like it because at the end of the day, we wouldn't do it to y'all. And this is perfect example. Okay. Okay. If y'all do something to us, I'm looking at the camera. If y'all do something to us and we mad at y'all, first thing y'all do is come and give us some. That's all I gotta do to give us some. And guess what? We gonna take it. We gonna take it. Okay, but then if we do something to y'all and we be like, I'm gonna go give us something tonight. Negro, please, you better not even touch me. She'll come over there, it's like she'll roll up in a ball. She'll gonna wrap herself in like 3 blankets. You be like, you pull out one, there's another. Then you pull out one, there's another. You pull out one, there's another. Then she got her pajamas. You might pull her then she might have on some shorts up under pajamas.
I agree. I totally agree. Women do that. Yeah, like if you're upset. But listen, like you said, men are like, look, after 5 days, you're going crazy. Yeah. So, I mean, some women, a lot of women, do use that as advantage. But so do men, too.
Hurt our feelings.
So do men, too. There are men out there that do that as well. They use that as an advantage. If they know their female is upset or mad. Perfect example, if y'all seen that movie, Baby Boy, right? So in that movie, you know, Taraji was, you know, upset, and of course he went to utilizing his right to do what he felt like he needed to do to get her. So he did whatever he needed to do at that moment, so she wouldn't be as mad at him, or if she was upset, she would be too, I guess, in a pleasure zone to be mad for too long. So the anger would turn into just, okay, well, I guess I'm not mad anymore, or I guess we can work things out. I guess we can talk things over. So yeah, I think men and women use that as a plight, just depending on the situation. I absolutely agree with that.
Yeah, so it's like, okay, but when y'all really be in the mode now, you know what I mean? And I'm talking for the fellas, like y'all better holler at me later. You know what I mean? Like when y'all feel like y'all don't wanna do something, it can be just like cause y'all had a long day. You know what I mean? And it be days that we have a long day, and we might not want to do it, but we always do. But we might have had a long day. Do you know that we would do it anyway? Yeah, we would do it because we feel like, hey, today, this don't happen often.
So I gotta take it whenever the
I'm gonna take it whenever I can get it. You know what I mean? I ain't turned it down because if y'all get mad at us, you be like, oh well, y'all spiteful. You be like, well, you ain't take it last night, so that was your time. You like,
well, again, it depends on the female. You can't use that scenario for like all females, because all females are different. So some women are, again, spiteful. Like, oh, okay, well, you had an opportunity the night before, you didn't. So guess what? I won't present the opportunity again. You got those, and then you got some that they are just like you. They don't mind being intimate with you, on a regular basis, without you even having to ask. So it depends on the female, because everybody's different. So
and I feel like it's like when I feel like when a male, I can't really speak for females, but when a male is intimate with his female, it's just like it's like a male is inside of his female. So therefore, sometimes our aggression might be making love. Sometimes our aggression is just like we have sex a different way. Like we might have sex about the way that we feeling right now that we don't even want to tell you about. So to us, it might feel the same to y'all, but to us, it might be how we feel that day. You know what I mean? Or what we going on, or like I'm aggravated right now. So therefore, it might be a little crazy that night. You know what I'm saying? You might get quarter pounder with cheese that night because it's just, you know what I'm saying? Because we aggravated.
So, can you honestly say that it's considered making love to your woman if you're fueled by your frustrated day, fueled by your aggravation, fueled by the stresses of life? Can you honestly say that's considered making love to your woman?
No. I'm saying some days no. You effing, and some days you making love. So, but at the end of the day, I feel like, well, I can't speak for every man. I feel like, yeah, I make love. You know what I mean? Or I make love, but some days you come in, you be like, hey, you so stressed out. Some days you just going like, girl, and tear it up and be like, now you tired, I'm tired too, and we go to sleep. But guess what? Everybody happy though. You know what I mean?
Well, let me ask you this.
Sometimes I don't know if she happy. I hope she is. You know what I mean?
Based on her response.
Hey,
okay, so can you consider yourself, because again, this goes back to our side chick and side dude conversation that we had previously. So, can you consider yourself making love to your side chick and your main chick and the other chick?
Nah, man, I feel like, you know what I'm saying? I don't really.
Or is it cat for men? For men, let me ask.
Incriminate myself.
No, I'm not trying to get anybody to incriminate.
I don't know nothing about no side chick.
I said for men.
I believe it feels.
For men, on a hypothetical basis, for men, in your point of view.
Yeah.
Could you say you could sleep with your side chick, sleep with the other chick, and then come home to your wife or your girlfriend? Make love to your girlfriend and also be intimate with other females.
Yeah, because side chicks. I can say like side chicks. They get the business, like, because at the end of the day, say you go home and make love to your side chick, and I ain't gonna say make love to your side chick. You go and your side chick, you get her business. You make love to your old lady. You know what I'm saying? Then sometimes you come in and give your main lady the business, you know what I mean? Because that's just what it is. Like sometimes making love, and sometimes it's just, y'all won't do both.
Now, when you say give them the business, is that?
I mean, you quarter pounder with cheese.
Got you.
You know what I mean? Sweating, whatever y'all do, whatever. You know what I'm saying? But you're gonna do it. You know what I'm saying? But the side chick, that's what they get. You know what I mean? Because that's what they want. Because they already know that you don't love them. You know what I mean? So
not necessarily. You got some crazy ones out there.
I'm not gonna say that you don't need. I'm saying like you might love them, but you're not in love with them. So therefore, with a man, if he with his main girl, he in love with his main woman. Side chick, I got love for you. You know what I mean? So that's the difference.
Let me ask you this, because I've seen this before.
Me too.
This scenario where side chicks have developed main chick feelings.
Yeah, true.
So even though you're saying, oh, they know I got love for them and I'm not in love with them, they may start to feel like, based on the activities of entertainment, that okay, it's a little deeper than, you know.
I don't even blame it on entertainment. I think it's pillow talking. You know what I mean? Like, you know what I'm saying? Y'all might be in the bedroom and you might be telling her this and y'all might be talking about this, and then at that time it might be that. But guess what? That's just a dream. You got to go back home to reality. You know what I mean? So therefore, when you go back home to reality, you going back home to reality regardless if it's.
So you're saying on pillow talk, you can pretty much tell your side chick anything in that moment. Or if she say, hey, are you in love with me? Do you love me? Can you honestly tell her?
I don't never say nothing like that if I was doing it. If I was doing it, I would never say nothing like that.
Well, I know guys that, you know.
But at the end of the day, I can understand it. But nah, man, I be upfront if I'm doing anything. I'm upfront. And
are you upfront with your main?
Nah, I ain't upfront with her.
So then,
at the end of the day, you're upfront with her, she gonna leave.
So then you being deceptive.
I'm just being deceptive.
I feel like this.
You being deceptive, and that's the old me, y'all. That's the old me. But you being deceptive for okay, like this. If I'm saying this, like I'm gonna be all honest, like if you not happy where you at, but you love who you with, but it ain't working. So therefore, you're not ready to walk out on it. So therefore, you just go do something else to get, you know what I'm saying, to kill some time and be like, okay, well, I'm gonna come back over.
You don't think it's important for you to communicate that with the person you with?
Things be communicated all the time.
Well, you just said you wouldn't communicate.
Not to the side chick. You don't gotta communicate too much to them because they already know because you already done talk to them.
Well, you was just saying before that you know. You tell it like it is. I'm gonna keep it with your side chick. Okay, so my question was, do you keep it real with your main?
No,
the wife. You know, the one that matters to you. Are you gonna tell your main chick about your side? That's keeping it real.
No. That's
keeping it
honest.
You say you keep it real. You know, you tell the truth
to the best of my ability.
When it comes to your side chick. So when it comes to those, you know, those that you just entertain on the side. So
that I did entertain on the side.
Or did entertain on the side.
Yeah.
So would you say that since you keep it real, that you keep it real with your main chick, your main lady, your wife, the one that you come home to every single night?
You know, it's hard to keep it real with your main chick when you care about her. You know what I mean? Like it ain't mean that you care about her, you love her. So therefore, who want to hurt somebody that they love? So you're not going to keep it real with.
So you're gonna lie and be deceptive to your main chick, and then be honest with this side chick and tell her. Now, what if it's a situation where the lines blur and your side chick is starting to get main chick feelings for you, and she's starting to fall in love with you? What do men usually do in those situations?
Man, by that time, you know, we check our side chick. Like at the end of the day, if you pop up at his house, you know what I'm saying. And a smart man don't never let her know where he stay at, for one. You know what I mean? But yeah, you know what I mean. But if she start doing that stalking stuff that some females do, nah, you nip it in the bud. Like okay, if you mess up my home, we ain't gonna be together no way. You know what I mean? Because before even like you might not even be happy where you at, but you love who you with. That's how this is mean though. You know what I mean? Yeah. So therefore, I'm not gonna let another female mess this up. And if she do mess it up, 9 times out of 10 I ain't gonna be with her either because I'm looking like, if you really did me like that, you would have known.
Yeah, you're capable of anything.
Yeah.
Like the fact that you're able to mess with me knowing I got a main chick. Do you guys look at women like that?
I don't even look at it like that. I look at it like if me and you been talking, you know my situation. You know what I mean? And so therefore, I ain't talking to no stupid side shit, but some dudes do. If I talk to a female, she already know everything that's going on to the point where, you know what I mean, like my wrongs, my rights. So therefore, she be like, okay, well, I done seen both sides.
You don't tell her home business, do you?
Man,
I totally don't agree with that.
No, I ain't told no business where on some
finances and the kids and what's going on with the wife and.
Hold on. I'm gonna say if I feel like if it's something that's on my mind and I feel like I want to talk about it and I already done tried to talk about it over here, and ain't nobody listening over here. It's just all demands and no respect. It's just all demands. Okay, well, I might. You know what I'm saying? But for the most, I can motherfuckers, I can say something about her, but my side chick, she may not disrespect. You know.
So you can disrespect your main chick by talking about
disrespect them.
some of the main, some of the situations that
that's even with my homies. Like me and go by a code.
But it's kind of different with homies because see that those your friends though. But this is a woman that you messing with on the side, and you supposed to be just intimate with just your main chick. So the fact
the side chicks is just a homie. She just got something else different down there. You know what I mean? And therefore. And she's a female, you know what I mean? So therefore, she's the homie. But we got some other thing going on. That's how dudes look at them. Like, but also, I'm not even gonna be all the way. I'm not gonna even say that because at the end of the day, sometimes your side chick, y'all really
lead to my next
y'all
question.
Really like each other.
Would you ever make your side chick, and this goes for you viewers watching right now, men? Would you ever make your side chick your main chick? If things didn't work out with the main chick and she walked out of your life, would you replace the main woman that's been riding for you for a side chick that you've been messing with? Would you make the side chick your main woman? And women, question to you.
Sometimes
would you turn your side dude into your main?
But sometimes our side chick be a woman that we already knew before we met our main chick.
Okay.
You know
so that's something I didn't know. Yeah. Interesting.
Yeah.
Okay. So 9 times out of 10 it's a homegirl that you've been with, you know, friends with what, 10, 12, 13
years? I don't know nothing about that. I ain't going that far. But at the end of the day, sometimes you might have knew somebody before you met somebody. You met somebody, you found somebody. You know what I mean? And then you found somebody, you already knew somebody. Everybody knows.
So tell me your perspective on abstinence. Abstinence, yes, and abstinence for you guys that may not know is just abstaining from sexual intercourse.
Only abstinence I know is when I didn't go to school, and that was absence.
Absence.
So abstinence, I don't know nothing about it. But you know what I mean? At that point, how can it's like? Oh, but I do understand. You know what I mean? Because I am a God-fearing man, and I do know that's in the Bible. So therefore, I ain't gonna make too much of a joke out of it. But at the end of the day, you can be abstinent with somebody, and y'all can be abstinent. I feel like this. I would be abstinent for a female that I feel like that it means that much to her. But at the end of the day, I'm looking like clogging teeth because
that is horrible. So you care for her enough to be abstinent
for a while,
but only for a certain amount of time. But no more than that.
Just because you chose to do that, don't mean I chose to do that.
Understood.
Well, okay. What if I be abstinent? What if you be abstinent for somebody, even for female? What if you be abstinent with a dude and don't know nothing about him, and then you end up like, yeah, we gonna get married, dun 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 dun, and then his thing about like this big, and you done got married to him.
Oh my God.
Yeah, okay. But let's keep let's keep it real. So somebody gotta test somewhere. Somebody gotta do somewhere.
Okay,
y'all check this out. Y'all can see, y'all can look at our print. I'm sorry for saying this, but y'all look at our print or something. You can see what's going on out there. We don't know what's going on up in there unless we get up in there.
Okay, you know what? It's not meant for everybody to get up in there.
But the right person to get up in there, he get up in there and be like, oh, it ain't right up in there. And now he's stuck.
So then that leads to another discussion. Could you be with somebody if the intimacy is not like, let's say you love this person, you want to marry this person, you're engaged, everything's great.
And if you ain't had no sex, then you get married to him.
Right, or that. You abstinent, you married the guy, you married the girl, and now it's a situation where, okay, you were intimate with the person, and now it's like, oh my God, it is not at all pleasing at all. Like there's nothing that has me like, I can't say that it pleasures me to be intimate with this person. I've waited for them, I was abstinent, you know, I waited to marriage, whatever.
It feel like somebody, like y'all play, you know how it be when you're at the playground and somebody just slip and fall on top of you. It hurt and it's uncomfortable. So think about it. Well, I'm just talking.
I don't know what he mean, hurt and uncomfortable. It shouldn't do all of that. You might have some other problems.
I'm just saying.
There might be some other issues going on.
Okay. You know what I'm saying? Just like, okay, he run up in, he going, and man, he come in and you be like, dang, he don't know how to drive his vehicle.
So I feel like, and then I can be, you know.
Yeah, I'm just speaking.
I can
hypothetically.
Hypothetically, right.
Yeah.
So then I can also defend that and say, you know, if it's a situation where this is y'all first time being together, whether it's like you got married or, you know, you're engaged or whatever the case is, and you're intimate for the first time, he may not know how to pleasure you, and she may not know how to pleasure him. Right, I was gonna say, but it comes with time. That's when you guys learn each other and kind of can feel each other out. And even again, that goes back to open communication.
I'm gonna even go deeper than that. I'm gonna go even deeper than that. Do you really love each other to even care about each other, to even figure it out? And that's where the fight starts. If you don't care enough to figure it out, then that's what it is.
I mean, why wouldn't you care enough to figure it out, but care enough to get married?
Hey,
care enough to be engaged, care enough to commit, care enough to be abstinent and wait for this person. If you're gonna do all of that, my thing is you might as well. I'm just saying, if you cared enough to be patient with your partner, abstinent, wait till marriage, wait till, you know, the honeymoon night or whatever, I feel like you should be patient in the process of, because you have forever. At least that's the ideology when you get married and become one. You got forever, so you have plenty of time to grow and learn each other in those intimate settings. Right, you got to.
You do.
Because if not, then I mean, somebody
ain't gonna be happy, and then if somebody ain't happy, but if you get to know each other and really, it's like, I feel like you can't really take sex out the equation, but if you really value the person and know that you value the person and really, like, I don't even know, like, if you don't communicate with the person and told them that that's not what it is, and they be like, and they really understand where you're coming from, and be like, okay, well, I'm about to go check this out. I'm about to go talk to them. I need to go watch some videos. I need to go do this, and you know what I mean. And the other person, you know, I'm talking about that's for men or women. If somebody doing anything wrong, like, you know what I mean, go check it out. But if somebody ain't got experience, you gotta go get some, but by that time, if you don't get committed to somebody, you can't even go get the experience because you're not committed to them.
I mean, you get the experience with the person. No, it
don't be like that though.
Get the experience with the person, yes, because
I've seen that before.
Okay, tell me this scenario that you've seen before.
I can't tell you everything. You know what I mean? Because I respect people. But at the end of the day, if this person who love you, you know what I mean, you feel like they love me regardless, so therefore you don't have to respect what they say. You're gonna do it on your own terms because you know they ain't going nowhere, or you think they ain't going nowhere. You know what I mean?
That's where that open communication comes from, because when you communicate and it's open, you letting them know, like, you know, that's the important part of our relationship. We waited, you know, all this time to become one and to unite. So at the end of the day, it's important to me and it's important to you. But
how did we even get on this subject?
I mean, what do you mean?
I don't even like this though. No,
I was just talking about abstinence, and do you agree with it? That's how we kind of got on this subject.
I don't agree with abstinence.
One other thing I kind of want to switch gears here. A lot of times in relationships, especially relationships that are on the decline, a lot of people think that sex can save a marriage and sex can save, you know, a relationship. What are your views on that? How do you feel about?
I don't feel like sex can save a relationship, because at the end of the day, most of the time, the person that I don't know, I ain't gonna say sex can't save a relationship. I feel like sex can preserve a relationship, but it can't save it. You know what I mean? But if both of them if both people getting their minds together while they having sex, and they actually talking amongst the sex, I feel like, yeah, that can work. You know what I mean? If they both getting their minds together. But if you got one party that's like, well, I'm about to put a baby in her, so I won't lose her. Or you got one female saying, well, he about to leave, so I ain't gonna take my birth control. You know what I mean? And after that, then it always end up, most of the time, one of them end up hating each other or don't like each other for a while, but when the baby come around, it's all about the kid at that time. And,
right.
And they didn't even.
And 9 times out of 10, they still end up moving forward in their life and their relationship. So it didn't save it. So again, like, what are y'all views on children saving relationships? You know, if sex can't save it, can having a baby save it? I honestly think that it cannot save a relationship that's on the decline. Now, the only way I think that sex can save a relationship is if it's a situation where sex is the issue. If sex is the issue where you're just not having sex with your partner, you're not being intimate with your partner, and that partner has expressed to you, you know, anytime they make an advancement towards being intimate with you, you decline, or you kind of shy away, or you're like, not really wanting to do much tonight. Next night, not really wanting to do much tonight. So if sex was the issue in the relationship, the marriage, which is what I'm speaking on, then I think being more intimate and taking more time out to be with your partner in that setting, I think that is something that can help build that relationship back up, if that's the issue. But just to say, you know, we have a lot of issues with trust, we have a lot of issues with finances, we have a lot of issues with, you know, security in the relationship. Maybe if I have sex with this person, that will save it. I definitely do not agree with that. Absolutely not.
And I know a lot of people, you know what I'm saying? So we people be having talks, and you know what I mean? So therefore, it's like a female can be like, well, I just want to give you sex. I'm going to give you sex because you want sex. Don't nobody want that. You know what I mean? A man don't want that. If you just going to say, I'm going to roll over and play dead and like let you get yours, guess what he going to do? He either going to turn it down, or he might take it. He just going to go in there like, bam, 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 thank you, ma'am. And he going to be gone, but at the end of the day, he going to walk off like, man, I did it. But that ain't even where I wanted to. I feel like it was damn near rape. You know what I mean? Because it wasn't genuine. So therefore, if you want to do something with your partner, even if you don't want to, you know what I'm saying? You gotta be real with it. You know what I mean? And it's like, I know a lot of people, and therefore, and guess what? I done been a man too. So therefore, ain't no woman gonna give me no pity sex. If you give me pity sex, I might take it, depending on how I feel. I might not. You know what I mean? So I
just think it should be a situation where you guys are on one accord. You both should want to be, you know, if it's a situation where you really don't, and let's say you're normally always the one that initiates or always, you know, involved in sexual intercourse. But if you have those, you know, times where you're just like, I'm not really feeling it. Hey, it's nothing wrong with cuddling, holding your partner. There's nothing wrong with you know, showing intimacy in different ways. It ain't always gotta be intercourse. You know, like you can hold your partner, hold their hand, you know, just kiss them on their forehead, you know, lock fingers, you know, go to sleep. You know what I mean? Like, it's different ways to be intimate, and it doesn't always have to be, you know. And I done heard that. I done heard everything you just said. You know, the show better be over. We might have to do a part 2 to this. You know what I mean? But females be like, yeah, you can do everything that you just said. You know what I mean? Like, you can do all this. But we like, okay, but tonight is tonight. Like, this is what I want tonight. And guess what? We gonna do whatever you want to do tonight. But tonight, you can't put me on pause. I'm not saying every day. I'm not saying all the time. I'm just saying.
But I'm saying
sometimes
when y'all put us on pause, guess what y'all say? I wear many hats. I just did this. I just did this with the kids. I just did this. We're like, okay, well now you did it with the kids. You did this with, you know what I'm saying? You took the Girl Scouts and this and this and that. Okay, well now, at least give it to.
So we can give you your time by, again, holding hands, watching a movie.
Well, we don't even care
eating
about
popcorn. You know, just you cuddling with your partner. There are ways that you can. And I'm not saying that that's everyday case or every night situation. I'm just saying for those one-offs where you just tired and you just really don't.
Oh no, but we understand it.
So in those situations, every now and again, I don't see nothing wrong with that type of intimacy. But we don't want to forget our winner from last week's Biz Marquee tickets, Shantae Anderson. Congratulations, girl. We definitely appreciate you on winning those tickets and giving us this topic idea for tonight.
This topic, because it's real and we respect it.
We do.
You know what I'm saying? And so therefore, for the man, you gotta hold their hand. You gotta do this. You know what I'm saying? You gotta take it out. You know what I mean? You gotta wind it down. You gotta do
put in the time.
Yeah, put in time. Put in the work.
Right.
You know what I mean? And you know, you can say what females can do because it's not my part.
I think overall everything is patient. It requires patience. Being patient with your partner.
No.
Being patient with your partner and being patient with yourself. You gotta be patient.
Oh, look at that.
You gotta be patient.
No, because y'all don't let us be patient with ourselves.
You gotta be patient.
Y'all don't let us be patient with ourselves.
I'm not talking about just men. Listen, I'm talking about anybody, men, women, whoever. Oh, we're doing a separation tonight.
We separated two. You tell the man when he's
be patient with your partner. Yeah. Be patient, okay? If it's somebody you really care about, be patient. All right. Love, again, is patient. Love is kind. Love is a lot of things. Patient is one of those things. So be patient. Make sure y'all subscribe. The subscription button is right above my head. Also, there's a subscription button in the my left hand corner. But also it'll be in your right hand corner. So make sure you subscribe. Also, our previous episodes are down below in our description link. Make sure that you hit that Patreon link. And again, tell us how you feel. You know, offer some different topics if you want us to talk about something different for next week's show. And we always appreciate y'all for watching.
Yeah, for real.
Again, this is my host, Slimmy.
What's up? And you know, man, fellas, listen to what she just said. And guess what? Ladies, I'm listening to what she just said. So therefore, you know what I'm saying, we all make this big happy family. Like everybody do right. You know what I mean? Because everybody doing wrong right now.
Well, not everybody. Not everybody.
About two.
We got some good people out there.
But guess what? They already married and already happy.
Not necessarily. You can be single. You can be single and still be patient and waiting for your partner and waiting for the one that you know is for you. So no, we got some single people that's good. That's good people that's single that can be committed, that can be dedicated, and most of all, be patient.
I'm just playing, man. I understand what you're saying.
Yeah.
But you know, I always gotta give her a run for money because that's just what I do.
See how you do me, y'all? Why you gotta do me like that?
That's what I do. But
we love y'all. We love you. We love you. Thank you for watching, and make sure you tune in for next week's show. This is Tasha Marie.
And this is Slimmy. And guess what? I'm not as bad as y'all think. You know what I mean? Don't be making me bad like that.
No, he's not a bad guy, y'all. He's really not.
Thank you.
He's a good guy. Got a good heart. And
I'm speaking for the men.
Yeah, it's just all again hypothetical ideas we throw out. So don't take it too personally. This is just what we say. I'm just saying.
I'm smarter than the average bitch.